On this episode of Cox Connections, through its community-based initiatives, the Urban League of Hampton Roads has been able to improve people's lives through education, civic engagement, and economic empowerment. From housing to employment and education, as well as health, the Urban League is here to talk about what it's doing to help this area prosper and grow. The Virginia Center for Inclusive Communities works to promote understanding and respect on issues of diversity for all age groups across the state of Virginia. Learn more about the programs this organization has to offer so that we can all build a better community together. The Sports Hall of Fame and Museum celebrates Virginia's rich athletic history by honoring those who've made an impact on the world of sports. But it's not just about competition. Hear how the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame is giving back to those young people who not only excel athletically, but academically as well. Stay tuned. Cox Connections is next. Hello and welcome to Cox Connections. I'm your host, Gary McCullum, Senior Vice President and General Manager for Cox Hampton Roads. Founded in 1978, the Urban League of Hampton Roads has been collaborating with individuals, businesses, and organizations throughout the area to make a vital impact on the community at large. President and CEO Edith White joins me to talk about the services and programs that the Urban League has to offer, and with her is Charlie Henderson, Hampton Roads Market President with Bank of America. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you. It's our pleasure.
Well, Edith, let's start with you. The Urban League, huge presence in the community. Talk about the role of the Urban League in the Hampton Roads area.
The Urban League has been doing tremendous work in Hampton Roads. Our work spans many different industries and endeavors, from education to health to housing and workforce development. This year has been particularly impactful. For example, just between September and December, we saw more than 1,200 individuals for our emergency home loan program. So we have been busy building families, building communities, and I don't want to leave out building our youth, because we've initiated several projects that involve helping our youth to prepare for a successful career.
Hey, you mentioned the housing, with the economic downturn and the, I guess we're coming out of this, even though it's a slow turnaround. Are you seeing that issue? You're seeing more and more people in need of services from the Urban League?
Absolutely. That issue has not gone away. There are still many people in our community who are feeling the adverse effects of a down economy. In particular, we're seeing that in the housing industry, where folks are still fighting to save their homes. We feel it's just vitally important to save a home, because when you do, you not only keep that family intact, but often you're keeping a child in a school that they're already familiar with. You're keeping that home as a tax base for the community, and you're also keeping that home from becoming a target for crime. So there are so many other elements that go into saving a home from foreclosure.
Right. So housing clearly is one program. There are programs involving employment and health and education. Talk a little bit more about some of those.
Absolutely. I'm really pleased to announce that in education, we're starting a new initiative working with students at IC Norcom High School. These are students that we will be working with after school to ensure that they're given an extracurricular experience that takes them from where they are today into jobs for the future. We are working with them by providing mentors, by providing experiences such as trips to colleges and universities to motivate them and to show them that they can have a successful future.
That's wonderful. Well, Charlie, now you clearly, you're busy. You're a business person running one of these great banking institutions here in the area. Why are you involved with the Urban League?
Well, my personal involvement with the Urban League goes back to the mid-90s. At that particular time, we had a very important small business loan review program. Later, I became a member of the board of the Urban League, so I learned firsthand of the great work that Edith just alluded to.
And so you're on the board now, and obviously you've taken on, I guess, a leadership role there. Talk a little bit about the annual Whitney M. Young Jr. Dinner, and what does that mean to the Urban League?
Happy to, but first of all, my term on the board expired. But to get a phone call from Edith and invite me to participate in the upcoming gala was certainly an honor that I had to accept. We're very excited. Bank of America will be serving as the corporate sponsor of the upcoming gala, and I, in turn, will be serving as the honorary chairperson.
Well, that's wonderful. And this is a wonderful event. I mean, this is an annual event. And Edith, tell me a little bit more about this event. And it's a signature event for this community.
It really is. And it's an event that pulls the entire community together. And we're delighted to work with such wonderful corporate partners, such as Bank of America, that take a personal interest in improving the quality of life for others. They could very easily be consumed with the day-to-day responsibilities in the banking industry, yet not only Charlie but others in the Bank of America family make it a commitment to help work with the Urban League and other important charities within the community.
And I guess we're seeing some of the photos from this past dinner. And I guess you recognize other organizations and individuals who are doing great things in the community at this dinner.
Yes, we do. We think that's important because to move our community forward, it takes all of us working together. We're all connected, and all of us have to do what we can to make things better. And so working with Bank of America helps us to move that mission forward. This dinner also recognizes diversity. Diversity is a key component of it because we believe very strongly that diversity is one of the keys to the future.
Charlie, for other businesses that may be watching this show, what's the message? Why should they be involved with a great organization like the Urban League?
Well, we've had a strong belief, and I'm sure other organizations as well. You're only as strong as your weakest link. And certainly with the work that the Urban League is doing around workforce development and many, many other outreach efforts, certainly it's an organization that we readily support with our resources.
Yeah, and so the message to those guys, any other businesses, an investment in the Urban League really is an investment back in this community because here's one of the real stars in the community that's doing great work.
It pays big dividends.
Pays big dividends. Now, if someone wants to contact the Urban League, is there a website, I guess, I think we can show?
Absolutely.
There's information about how you can get involved.
And we welcome involvement from companies as well as from individuals by simply going to our website, which is www.ulhr.org. Wonderful.
Show that again. And so, again, I just really wanted to thank Edith, you, and the entire staff and leadership at the Urban League for what you're doing. You truly are making a difference in the community. We are a great community because of what you're doing. And Charlie, without businesses like Bank of America giving back and being involved with organizations like this, this community would not be as good as it is. So thank you for both of you for what you're doing. Well, when we return, learn more about the Virginia Center of Inclusive Communities and how it can make a difference in your community. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more Cox Connection.